Hi, guys. We are back with Enchantra by Kaylee Smith. We just finished chapters 16 through 31, and we are going to talk about all of it. If this is your first episode, at least go back and watch the first episode of this book, even if you don't want to start with Phantasma. But we are going to spoil as much as we possibly can out of this section and talk about all of our feelings on all of it. So hopefully you read those chapters and you're here to chat about it with us. Um, I want to dive right into one of my favorite pending theories, and I feel like in episode 1 we talked about this a little bit, and I was very sure that this other couple that has been mentioned before, they said that like another one of the siblings has tried to do this marriage loophole in the Hunt and Enchantra. And I was almost sure that it was Grave and that we were going to have to like him by the end of this book. But then, Elena, you brought up a good point that right at the beginning of this section, it's mentioned that Genevieve and Rowan are actually the first team of two to compete in the Hunt, which has me very confused. So, are we supposed to take that to mean that this other sibling who was trying the marriage loophole, they didn't actually compete together? So, like, either they died or didn't end up staying together before the Hunt. I'm trying to figure out who it is. And it's like, is it Grave? Is it Seven? Is it a random third option? What are we thinking?
Yeah, at this point, I feel like it's seven more than Grave. We haven't gotten anything from Grave in this section other than he seems to genuinely think they have to stay in this cycle to keep his mom alive. But there's also something weird going on with him because then they're in the last chapter, we get the like, oh, he hasn't been visiting her drop, which, like, if he loves her so much, like, what's the reason for him to have stopped visiting her? But, like, we can get into that later. But so anyway, I don't think it's Brave. Also, I think Brave's cool reveal thing was that he's the Void Wraith. It's not Rowan. And at this point, like, I
Yeah.
have to genuinely. I don't think it is Rowan. You're making a face like you disagree.
No, I the phase was that I'm bummed because I also think that it's
Yeah.
not Rowan at this point, and that seemed like a missed opportunity to me, but that's fine.
I mean, I think there is something to be said for having the male main character not be like the biggest, strongest, rarest version of whatever he is. Like, it's always
Fine.
a fun twist to like expect it to be true and then have it be something different.
It would have been
But
really hard for him to keep that secret from his family too, so I can appreciate
yeah.
that it's Grave and not Rowan. And seeing Grave's void power was cool. Like I enjoyed that.
Well, and I feel like he wouldn't have had a reason to hide it from his family before the hunt started, so they would have known.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, for all of those reasons, I feel like it's seven because we got a lot of like random like seven tidbits in here where it's like he's pining over someone. I think it's Gwen. I don't really know her name. I kind of blanked it even though they mentioned it.
Yeah. Yeah, we met the ex
Yeah,
real
thank you.
fast. What do you think, Jamie?
Yeah, it seems to be leading to seven, but I feel like it could still be Grave. Maybe she does a flip.
Also, like my other question
Either
is, does it
one,
matter? Like I know I'm
right?
obsessed with like, does it? What would it mean when we find out?
Right.
Does it just make us love Seven more? Because are we still on the like we love Seven train? Because I still like I am prepared to be hurt by him. I love him that much. Like I think he's my favorite character in this book at this point.
He definitely won me over in this last chapter. He's just so funny.
Yeah.
He is funny. I think I feel like you don't have to be worried about being hurt by him. I think we're being set up for Ellen to do the betrayal.
Yes, but then on the one hand, I feel like Ellen is doing a really good job of being like, I will do what I need to do in order to survive this or like, win this, since I guess like the only way to survive is if you win. Even with her like needing things in order to heal Genevieve multiple times because Genevieve keeps getting hurt. Yeah. I don't know. I like Ellen, but if she ended up like totally double crossing them, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so I kind of mentioned Genevieve. I feel like we have to discuss girls' performance up to this point in the hunt, which I have to say, at the beginning of the hunt, I genuinely have no idea how she survived her stupidity. And now I'm at the point where I feel like she's done a couple like kind of cool, like badass or like tricky things. So I feel like she's getting better, but like it's a low bar because we went from run straight into like the sub-zero tundra for theoretically 12 hours to like dropping bookcases on people and like taking knives straight to the shoulder to use to our advantage. So like I think we're making progress. How do you guys feel about Genevieve at this point?
Jamie's face.
Everyone defend her at once.
I know. Well, I was trying to think like she's like, okay, she's definitely like a flawed character. She's impulsive, a bit impatient. There are moments she's like that she's winning points for me, like her saving Umbra during the piranha attack. Like that was, and you know, I'm trying to think what else. Was there anything else, Elena?
Um, I mean, I thought it was cool when she projected her power, but I think it was more of a cool moment in terms of like, as a reader, like there might be more to her powers. And is she truly? I'm once again on the are they really just specters train? So like I don't know if she can get credit for that so much as it's interesting from a oh maybe there's something we don't know perspective. Um, but no, generally I'm just like very frustrated with her, especially because there was the tundra and then she ran into the dining room. Rowan was like, just don't get yourself in a corner, immediately runs into a room. And then afterwards is like, ha, look, I lasted 4 hours. As if she had anything to do with her own survival. Like when it was definitively because Rowan came and saved her. And I was like, I don't think you can be cocky when you just scraped by your survival.
Yeah, part of that for me too is I feel like she had no business surviving Grave in that first scene. Like him like slamming that knife into that lattice work that she was hiding behind. I was like, okay. And this is where I have a hard time because I don't know if I don't want to say bad writing, but I don't know if it's that I feel like there's no way she should survive that versus did Grave let her get away on purpose? Like, and I'm warring with it because to me it just makes absolutely no sense that she survived that. So then I start thinking, is Grave in on whatever Rowan has going on in the background, which I think is like another big thing we have to talk about is like, what is Rowan doing? And does anyone know about it other than him? Because that's in the back of my mind constantly is how many of the siblings, if any of them, know that there's something that they're trying to get this whole hunt to stop? Who's in on it? So like what do you guys think? Like did she just get lucky in that moment?
I think it's luck, and I
Okay.
think no one else knows what Rowan is doing because it seems like everyone else is like against him.
Mm.
And Rowan even said like quietly that like he's doing it all for them. And I don't think they know that.
Yeah. Yeah. I think either I like almost hope that Grave let her get away that first time. I don't think he did. I think you have to suspend disbelief because, like, it's not just that he was slamming the knife in. She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna cover my tracks. Let me take this tree branch and wipe it behind me as if you can't see the wipes the tree branch leaves." I'm like, "That's not how snow works." Like,
Yeah, I think that's my problem is just Grave seems like he should be better at the game. Like everyone's real worried about how good he is at it. And Genevieve's real stupid in that moment. Like everything she does is absolutely dumb. So I don't understand how she survived that if there wasn't another way. But like, okay, I will
I think
suspend my disbelief on this and stop thinking that that was the moment that Grave showed his hand.
no, I think it's oh, she got lucky. She'll get better at this. But in terms of
If
what Rowan's doing, what is Rowan doing other like his family knows that he's looking for the cure to their mom's disease. Like, are we saying he's doing something other than that?
That's what I keep coming back to. Jamie, I don't like how do you feel? Like do you think that it's like black and white like he is just looking for a cure so that then they somehow like does that make it so that they don't have to do the hunt again? I just feel like he's got something else going on.
empty.
Yes,
Go off,
Elena.
Elena.
Can I just say that Genevieve decides she's gonna help and pulls one book out of the library that Rowan supposedly read every book in the library, and she pulls one book and is like, I'm gonna do it. And I'm like, I like we have one section left, and if Genevieve stumbles upon the answer, I'm gonna be so mad. I'm telling you both right now, I will lose my literal mind if Genevieve is like, surprise, the answer's been in the library the whole time.
What do you
You
think the
think
cure is?
I don't know. I just think Genevieve's gonna magically come up with it. Surprise, eat the demon berries, like
they're on the cover. They're all over the place. I I hadn't really thought about this until you were saying that out loud, Elena. But like I feel like there's got to be something else that's going on. And I'm wondering if that book gives her information that Rowan already has, that then she says out loud and it like gives up the jig. Like, you know, she almost kind of out loud while a million people were watching them was like, yeah, two truths and a lie. Like, how's that whole like finding a cure thing going? And he's like, ixnay on the K, and she almost just says it out loud. So is it a situation where because one of my thoughts is has Rowan realized there isn't a cure and that somehow ties into how he thinks he's going to end the bargain? And does Genevieve just come like bumbling into a room and be like, but wait, right in this book that you totally read already, like you highlighted it in pink, no cure. And then he's like, no, Genevieve, no. Like, is it something like that? Like, is she stupid right up until the very last moment?
I don't know, but I also like in my whenever I come back to it, I just don't see how this book ends without Knox dying. Because like
Yeah.
Barrington's his familiar. Barrington's always going to be trapped as his familiar. They keep talking about how Knox isn't just going to let them all go, even if they find an answer. So is the answer not finding a cure and just killing Knox? Like maybe Knox has been poisoning her this whole time, and there's not actually a disease.
Yeah. I think I keep trying to see the end of this book, and if it's just like, I found the cure, mom's better now, so now we don't have to do the bargain, and also like maybe we kill Knox. That seems really, that just feels flat to me. I just feel like there's got to be
But
something else.
we have 100 pages left, and I just don't see any solution that doesn't feel like it's like I don't know. I'll keep an open mind, but I swear to God, if Genevieve comes out of nowhere and magically solves what Rowan's been working on for 15 years, I'm throwing the book.
What if it's in the letters? It's been in the letters
Well,
this whole time.
that's the other thing. So like he has the letters that she wrote, and I can't
Yeah.
remember. Did Barrington confirm he was the one responding to them?
No.
Okay, you did you go back and look, or is this just you being a good reader that remembers things?
this is me being confident that I read it correctly, but also you reminded me that they said, "This is our first couple to play the game," and that totally went over my head. So maybe I'm wrong. There's a chance that I'm wrong. But I do not remember Barrington ever being like, "Oh yeah, like I got those letters and they made me feel sad for you," or like I didn't answer them. And my thought is that Rowan got the letters the whole time that she was sending to Barrington, and that he like did the crow hex and got her to come to Enchantra to trick her into being there so that he could marry her to get this whole thing started, because that to me would make the beginning seem a little less eye rolly and convenient. um so I would like that if he's like, yeah, no, sorry, like I totally tricked you into being here, because then that would like drive a wedge between the two of them, which I desperately think we need something more in their relationship as well. So I would go with that.
Interesting.
Yeah, I do. Maybe I'll go back after this and see what it says, just because I'm so curious. Because I do think it would make way more sense if Rowan was the one she was writing to, because they also keep mentioning how Barrington's never around. So, like, if she had shifted to the house, like, Rowan's mentioned multiple times. He lives at that house alone. He's upkeeping the house. Like, no one else is there.
And he did drop that one line, which afterward I think there was like a note about him like kind of looking a little squirrely or guilty about how he like kept reaching out to anyone that he could to try to get help and that he didn't get responses. So to me it would make a lot of sense if he like pretended to be his dad to try to get this like necromancer to help him out with his plan for breaking the bargain. And then all of a sudden necromancer's daughter just starts answering the letters and he thinks, wait a minute, could I leverage this in a different way? Yeah, because then we get some betrayal, and I feel like that might spice up this romance in a way that I would find pleasing.
I just want some
How do you
consistency in
feel
the
about the
romance.
romance?
I'm not going to talk about how I feel about the romance first. I feel like someone else needs to break that ice.
I feel like you're the most neutral. I feel like you're a good person to start.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, I'm the most neutral? That's not good. It's not my favorite. I'm just going to come right out and say it. It's not my favorite. There are moments that their banter has me laughing out loud and I absolutely love. Like the number of times that Rowan throws her under the bus for being both messy and a mess, like I enjoy, because I think I still don't love Genevieve. Like she's not my favorite person in the whole world. So the fact that Rowan also recognizes the things I don't like about her, I enjoy. Um
Mhm.
and I just feel like their back and forth is fun too. Like I get why they are going to work together. But just a lot of their scenes together to me feel either like rushed or too convenient. Like they just sort of come out of nowhere for me. Like I don't know where I stand with them and I don't know where they stand with each other most of the time. So, it's like a wild roller coaster.
Was anyone else confused by the lust potion scene where they like both have lust potion and then Rowan's like, "Don't follow me," thinking she was gonna listen, and then he's being tied up so that he doesn't go after her, but then immediately escapes the ropes. Like I was very confused by like why get tied up if you can just like shadow out of the ropes. They just make it make sense. And then was like, okay, like we can do stuff, and then shows super restraint. It's just like, I'm just gonna stand here. Like it just not a single moment of that made sense to me.
Yeah. Yeah. I know that we don't usually talk about like the smut scenes in great detail on this podcast, just in case they're like not anyone's like particular like we know people that read these books and enjoy these books and literally like hit fast forward or like skip past those scenes, which if that is you, that is a-okay. I will right now, I'll out myself. That is not me. I usually enjoy those scenes quite a bit. And I feel like these scenes in this book have been like creeping up on me in not a great way. And I just keep getting surprised by them to the point where that scene, like not the most recent hallway makeout scene, but the scene before that with the shadow everything, that had me written all over it. It wasn't my favorite scene. Why, guys, why did I not love everything about that scene? And I think it's that I don't, I'm having a hard time with like where the basis of their relationship is.
Well, and she just leaves. Like, so, like, the shadow scene, like, stuff happens. She goes, I'm gonna go take a bath. And, like,
And also,
He
I think
doesn't leave. He stays in the bathroom with her so that Grave doesn't like crash.
they literally just had that scene and then she goes, "You can't watch me bathe?" I was like, "What did you guys just do that he can't watch you take a bath?" Like I'm so confused about the like seesaw nature. Also, I think like it was the start of that scene where he was like, "I need to say thank you," and out of nowhere was just like, "Let's do stuff." And I was like, "This feels weirdly transactional to me."
and then she goes, oh, he looks so, like, after, like, everything with her happens, she goes, oh, he looks so aroused. I'm gonna go take a bath.
Right. I think yeah, I think that's my problem is like I'm not getting their like how they're connecting with each other, but she's so
Yeah, so
into
that
him.
makes you feel like not as invested or connected to them.
Right,
So that's like
right.
that's how I'm feeling.
Yeah. I think too, like we just came off of Phantasma, which I wasn't having almost any of these issues with Phantasma. Like
No.
if you watched our episodes about Phantasma, you know, but I will briefly reiterate. Like my biggest problem with Ophelia and Salem was that like the constant let's hook up, no wait, we can't be together. Like the back and forth nature of that got a little much for me, but like that was it. Otherwise, I loved their banter, I loved their connection. Like everything about their relationship like clicked with me, and this is like this doesn't happen often, and I read a lot of romance novels.
Also, 2 chapters back to back where she was like, it was 2 chapters in a row. It was that scene before her bath, and then she said, "Oh my god, it was too real," which again, we just discussed how unreal it seemed. She was like, "Oh, it was too real for me. I'm just gonna we can't do anything except we need to do things, so we're gonna fake it." And then immediately unfakes it, and then has the exact same thought process in the next chapter.
Yeah. Yeah, and I don't know if like if the reason that I'm having this hard time with their relationship is from like all of us didn't love Genevieve at the beginning. I feel like she's not doing enough to get me to love her. And I'm okay if like your hair means a lot to you. Like if I came out of a piranha infested river and found out I was still alive and my hair might need to be all cut off, like I'd be upset. Like I'm a big fan of what my hair's doing most days, but like I feel like there's a way to make her like a little materialistic, like a little too into how she looks, but still make her someone that you can root for. And at this point, she's catching me off guard in a good way with how cool she is at some points, but still not like fully getting there.
If Girly mentions how much she loves pink one more time,
Yeah.
What if it's Rowan's favorite color?
What if Rowan's favorite color is that specific shade of green that Genevieve was like, absolutely not?
Or didn't she
I
like
guess that
she doesn't like green olive or something?
Yeah.
Olive green. But he like yes, the hair thing, but it at least gave us this moment with Rowan and her and him like untangling. And, like he did it for an hour, like which is
Yeah.
impressive. And like he braided her hair or something with her hair.
So
Like that was
cute.
kind of cute.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
I think the hardest part for me. He so clearly likes her. Like he's clearly doing the like typical like, oh, I'm gonna pretend I don't have feelings even though I have so many feelings. And I'm like, but why do you have feelings? Like
I was literally thinking that in my head. I was like, but Rowan, why?
like I just don't I haven't seen a moment with the two of them where I'm like, oh, this is the part that he's into. Like this is why he likes her.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna defend Genevieve because I feel like somebody needs to, and if it's just the other half of me, that's what I'm gonna do right now. She is like relentless. Like she's so passionate and energetic and just like puts herself out there. So could it be that he like lures her into this whole trap to make this happen and just immediately realizes like what a tenacious little spitfire she is when she gets like into the maze and then he boots her out of the maze and she comes back and then like invisibles herself into the castle and all of a sudden like maybe he put her back on the other side of the fence because he was feeling guilty and he didn't want to go through with it but then she like got into the house and he was like well I mean cat's out of the bag now. I just like I can see the good parts of her too, like she is really strong and she perseveres. It's just like she's also not super
In a
intelligent.
cringe way sometimes. Um, I will
Yeah.
say I don't think he tricked her there to, like, join the game because he did try and get her to come before New Year's. So, like,
Mhm.
w whatever he wanted, I don't necessarily know if it was at least that's where I'm thinking, like, I don't know if it would have been to do the hunt.
Mhm.
Um, but I will say the one redeeming moment for her in this entire section was saving Umbra, and I do love how Umbra is, like, obsessed with her now.
Yes, that's cute.
Right, and that's the thing, like, Genevieve is not an awful person because, like, the fact
No.
that she jumped into a piranha like, a magically piranha-infested river to save this, like, fox familiar, like, I done. Like, I love her for that alone, and maybe that can be her true jumping off point where she becomes the character I want her to be by the last page.
There was also the reveal of her backstory or her secret with Pharaoh.
Mhm.
The problem is, okay, so I understand that she feels bad for what happened with that other guy, Basil or whatever, who she hooked up with in revenge for Pharaoh leaving her. But at the same time, like this is the part where I got to feel a bit disinterested in her
It was underwhelming. It was
and
such
this
an
part. Yeah, it
underwhelming
was
reveal.
underwhelming. Yeah.
Because like, I feel like she built it up to be, like, this awful, awful thing that and again, it was awful, like, should he have set the thing on fire? Absolutely, but, like,
Mhm.
absolutely not. But he just
Yeah,
broke up with her.
underwhelming is the world. Yeah.
He just
'Cause and,
broke
like,
up
the
with her.
scars are gone, but she still has, like, the emotional, mental scars, which I understand, I get.
Yeah, based off of that story, now that we know it, I feel the same way that you guys do. It makes absolutely no sense to me that she would still be like pining for him. And like maybe pining's not the right word, but if this is truly how their story happened, she should feel nothing but loathing for him. Like, and
Mhm,
maybe fear. Like, you can feel like fear for the guy who trapped you in like a burning parade float. Um, and like fear of fire. Like, I would understand that. But this whole time, I felt like he like just did a total like 180 on her and then lit her on fire. Like I thought that he realized she like had magic or something and all of a sudden it got ripped out from under her, but it's like he strung you along for your entire childhood. You knew he was a bad guy. You gave him a second chance and you're still like oh, Pharaoh, like what could have possibly happened with our relationship? And yeah, it doesn't really make sense to me either.
Well, and I just feel like, I don't know, maybe it's on me for interpreting this way, but it felt like he had lit her on fire because she was magical. Like in all the flashbacks, she focuses on, he hated me because I'm magical, and then he lit me on fire. So then finding out the reveal was he broke, and I don't even know if he broke up with her because she was magical so much as like the fact it was
Well,
like
he
a
was
wealth
like,
thing.
he like his parents didn't like it, and so like, and
Yeah.
he called her all these awful names like whore, witch, and, all of that, and then like he broke up with her, but also wanted to sleep with her for two more times before getting married to someone else.
Yeah, see, I'm gonna call bullshit on the my parents don't like you, so I can't be with you. He was using her for a booty call the whole time, every single moment that they were
Hmm.
ever together. And like all of a sudden was like, okay, well, I need to go get married. Bye. And like tried to burn her and another guy alive because she was having sex with someone else. Like that is that is like the worst of the worst kind of
Who was
people. Like
also their mutual friend. Like it's not just her friend, it his friend. Like they were besties.
right. Like, other than the trauma of him almost murdering you, why is he taking up any space in your brain whatsoever? Like, this
It's
does not
Yeah.
literally
make
that.
sense to me. Yeah,
Well, so yeah, the trauma, but then also like she got Salem to light his entire mansion on fire. Like she already
right.
got revenge and she's
Yeah.
still back. That was
Yeah.
actually my favorite moment of the section when she was like, "Yeah, Salem was too excited to burn down the house."
That's my guy.
We gotta see him this section, right?
Yeah.
Well, this next
I'm so
section.
upset. I wanted him and like it would have been so easy to have them have seen the invitation and have them have shown up.
Yeah.
They
I
have to
think that,
wonder where she is, right?
no. They like sent her to Europe. I don't think that they're looking for her at all. Like I'm guessing that's probably gonna be a bit before they're like, oh no, something's weird. But it just occurred to me in like the last few chapters, and I don't know what it was that I read that finally made me real. Oh, I think it was that Genevieve was saying that she wants to help with this whole um uh blight, whatever the sickness is. She wants to help.
Oh,
And she's like, "Oh, so if I survive this one, like I'll come, I'll keep helping." And I finally realized like she's actually like trapped in this for eternity also now. Like I that hadn't actually occurred to me, but she is. Like so if oh no,
she's
cuz
not.
either she dies or they win.
Yeah. Yeah, either she
Oh,
dies or they escape forever.
right, right. Okay. All right. I was just thinking like she's actually trapped now. Like she has to keep doing the hunt. But no, it's either death or freedom. So she's saying that she wants to like help out once they hopefully win and are released from it. Yeah. I hope that we're going to see Salem again, Salem and Ophelia. I just don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder
We'll
if you'll
see.
see vampires too. But I said that in Phantasma where they mentioned angels and we never got angels. So maybe in this, that's all we see. Because they name dropped a bunch of people like Ellen's, was it betrothed or engagement? She's getting married, right? Gareth. And he's
She
like,
said no.
yeah, she said no, but he was like part of this family that's awful.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Maybe
don't
book
know if
three.
we're going to get more of that. I loved the party scene. Like getting to
I
see
absolutely
their
love the
family.
birthday dinner. Yes.
So good. What are those traditions? Who thought those up? Kaylee Smith. Everyone take a knife and stab dad in the back after we all tell a really cool secret. Like, what is that?
And they do it every year. That's amazing.
And they seem like legitimate secrets, like just to figure out
Yeah.
who gets to like they all got to stab their dad. It was just who got to go first.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, I loved that my theory was confirmed that he did kill that guy, whatever his name was. Totally killed him dead, which was
Yeah.
fantastic.
There was
But
like no doubt though.
no, but like even more than Rowan killing that guy, I loved that he was so excited to tell his secret. Like he knew he was gonna win.
He does win at games.
He does. Very good at the games.
That was like probably like my favorite chapter this whole book so far. Was getting to see like the siblings interact like that. Very entertaining.
Yeah, I'm hoping we're
Should
gonna
we
get
be
more.
worried about Remy? Is anyone else worried about him?
Yeah, yeah. And I was gonna say, I'm hoping that we're gonna get more like emotional, like strife between the siblings in the next hunt round. But yeah, Remy feels very off to me. I just
Yeah.
want to note that I thought it was weird that in the first time when Remy asks Genevieve to dance with him, the ring isn't immediately warm. And she like notes that. And then he's able to trick her, and she's like, "Oh, I must not have noticed that the ring was really hot." And I'm like, if the ring was really hot, you would notice it. I don't believe there's any situation in which there's like a burning white hot piece of metal around your finger and you don't notice it. So, is there something weird with Remy vis-a-vis how the ring works? Am I reading too far into the ring? There's something weird with Remy. Like, what are our
I feel like
theories
yeah.
on Remy?
I have no theories, but I agree that there is something off with him.
Yeah.
Well, the same thing happened like when he impersonates Rowan. Like at first it's not like she's like, "Oh, my ring is red." Like she's like, "Oh, he looks kind of weird. Like I don't know why he like looks slightly off." And then she's like, "Oh, my ring's getting hot." Versus like with Grave, it like is hot immediately. So like
Yes.
I don't know. It could just be a. I think it's one of those. My gnosis plot device. Like it's hot when it's convenient for it to be hot.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Jamie.
In the birthday dinner scene, he also did not reveal a secret. So I wonder if he actually has a secret, but didn't want to share.
That's a
Yeah.
good theory. Also, I forget if he's in the group. I think he is. I don't remember, or it's Ellen. It's definitely Ellen. Someone and Grave shows up, and she's like, "Oh, my ring is hot," and then she's like, "Oh, it's two people in Grave," and she's assuming that the ring is hot because of Grave. But now, then I'm like, what if it's not Grave? Because like, there's no way to know unless the person's alone who it has bad intentions.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Also, Ellen said
Or both
something
of them.
weird one of the times she healed her.
Oh,
Oh,
was this when
it's
she was like unconscious?
yeah, when she's unconscious, a soft voice says, "I'm on to you." But I don't know if that's Ellen talking to Rowan or Rowan talking to her or
Well,
Rowan
I thought
talking
he
to
was like
Ellen.
the deeper voice.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I tried not to overanalyze that back and forth, but you both know that I wanted to. And I think that it's just Ellen, but it could have been someone else.
No,
I
it's
also
definitely
thought it
Ellen
was two
saying it.
people.
Update. I just like read it and I'm like pretty sure it's Ellen because it says it's gonna cost you this time someone said softly, assuming it's Ellen for healing her, and then it's the soft
Oh
voice
yeah.
says I'm on to you. So like Ellen's on to something that Rowan's doing question mark, and I don't know
Yeah.
what that is.
I thought it was also confirmed later on when Ellen talks to her that she was the one that healed her.
Yeah.
She was definitely the one that healed her, but I think the question is, was that her in the room the whole time?
Yeah. Or was there anyone else in the room? But I think and also I was just unclear who was talking, if it was Rowan or her, but I do think it was her. But I don't know what there is to be on to.
But that's the thing. Rowan has to be doing something else. It cannot be as cut and dry as I'm going to find a cure my mom, kill Knox, and then we're just going to be like done with this whole thing. Like that to me would be so boring. There has to be like another plan. And like it's in the chapter, like it's titled like loopholes or something, where even Knox says that every deal has a loophole. And I think that it has to be
Mm.
alluding to the fact that there is another loophole that Rowan has figured out. I don't know what it is exactly, but I do think that him getting Genevieve there was very specific, and he has figured out some way to break the whole bargain and save his mom. Or he's figured out a way to break the whole bargain because he knows that saving his mom isn't an option. And whether that's that, like, there is no cure, whether it's, I feel like her already being dead is like a little too, like, that rabbit hole's a little too deep even for me, since we just talked about how Grave like isn't going to visit her. But I think he has a plan, and you guys are saying you don't think that anybody else is in on it. Could they be acting? Maybe, but he's definitely, there's something. Because the thing that
I
I
don't
kept
know.
like overanalyzing was the two truths and a lie. And Genevieve multiple times is like, well, it's the second time where she's like, I don't think he knows how to play this game because he's not lying. And I was like, he certainly knows how to play this game. He keeps reminding you how to play this game. So like he knows the rules. He's very good at games. What these one of these things that he said both times is a lie.
I need to go back and read this because I was just like, oh, he's just
I
telling
think
the
so.
truth constantly.
I thought
Well,
so too
so
because I thought he was just like telling the first two truths, and the third is always the lie.
mm-mm. No, I forget what the third one is on the second one, but the first one, I swear that the lie is when he says that like all he's been doing is looking for the cure to the disease. It's like he frames it in a way that he's giving a truth, but it's not the whole truth. Because even Genevieve does that with
Mm.
rumors. It's like a lie, but it's like a half lie.
I'll have to
Yep.
go back.
He's up to something. Spoiler
I
alert.
don't know. I do also just think that something has to come out of the fact Grave hasn't been visiting their mom. Like there has to be something to that, right? Like he didn't just stop visiting the mom he loves. And like is that connected to whatever Rowan's doing?
Yeah, and he's isn't he like the favorite? Like he's her favorite.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Gravington. I did
Oh
love
my god.
in this section that there was that joke about, wow, he's got a really bad name. And she's like, glass houses. I was like, thanks for saying it out loud.
Yeah, that was a good one. That was a good quip from Genevieve. I'll give it to her.
She's got a couple. She's got a couple ones.
She's
She
got a
does,
good couple
yeah.
quips. It's just usually
He
the
does
quips
too,
are
Rowan. Although I'm sorry, I don't know how anyone feels about this, but the nickname, I'm kind of tired of hearing trouble.
I like it. I'll admit that I like it because I think that it's perfect for her. Like it's
Oh, it
not
is perfect for her.
yeah, it's not super creative, but I think it's an embodiment of like who she is and also why he loves her. Like I think that it is just like her super silly spicy nature that he's very into.
Sorry.
or maybe he's not. Maybe the book will end and he hasn't loved her this whole time.
What a twist.
I do think, and like I feel like we keep comparing to Phantasma and being like, I don't like this as much as Phantasma, but it's falling into the similar thing of with Phantasma where like the characters like are just like into each other way too quick for me. Like they're just
Hmm.
like it is love at first sight.
Yeah, it it feels the same way to me too. Like when all of a sudden they were both trying to jump each other with like the passion fruit, it felt way too quick for me. And I was hoping that they were gonna really back off more. like and go right back to enemy territory after that, but they just didn't. Yeah, it was
Well,
a
not to
it wasn't
be
much build up.
not to be nitpicky, but we've seen left potions in a Phantasma Enchantra book before, so doing it again felt a little bit repetitive.
Yeah, yeah. But maybe they built some bridges to each other in a believable way in this next section. Could be done.
There'll be more games.
Did you say there will be more scenes?
There will be more games.
Games. I thought you were just like, the only thing that I can predict is that there will be more scenes.
That
Also,
too.
if I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, I'm gonna say it anyway. Brooke can cut it if it's bad. Um, this much of the book we've gotten through 2 hunts.
Yes.
This part of the book, apparently there's 7, so we have 5 more hunts in this section of the book.
Why?
It's a lot of hunts. There are a lot of hunts left. Not a
How
lot of
many times
pages.
can we play hide and seek?
Mm.
I'm really hoping that there's going to be a super unique game that's coming. Like, I would take a you're all trapped in the ballroom. Go.
That would be so bad for Genevieve. We should not
Yep.
say we should. That would be so bad for Genevieve.
Just like hand to hand combat until they're all just like panting on the ground, slash half of them are dead. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how many more games there can be because both of them have just been variations of hide and seek.
Maybe
Yeah.
one's gonna be you guys can only hide outside in the cold of winter.
We blindfold the hunter, but you are all in the kitchen slash dining room.
It's
You
Marco
very
Polo.
silent.
Every time they say Marco, you have to say Polo.
No, it's just they have to use their sense of hearing. So like, you press yourself up against the wall and like hope they can't hear you breathing.
Yeah, and then they go, Marco.
Like rings.
Genevieve will probably win because like the ring will tell her if anyone's near.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if Genevieve was the hunter. That's the thing that I have been wondering how it's gonna go is we have to get a hunt where Genevieve and Rowan are the hunters. And like, are they going to attempt to kill people? Are they going to kill people? Are they just gonna like play two truths and a lie in a meadow for the whole thing and then have someone else take a turn? I don't know.
Isn't delusional to hope that Genevieve's an angel? Like, maybe all in book 1, the angel commentary was built up to not happen, and it'll be in this book.
The minute she had that super cool power moment, I did immediately think of you and was like, is it that Gabriel was an angel the whole time? Because there were things that weren't revealed that we know about in the first book. Like to this very moment where we're at in chapter 31, like Salem and Ophelia still don't know about the whole like locket reincarnation thing. So I think it could be possible that we find out stuff about Gabriel at this point. Anything's possible. Trying to see if I
Oh my
have any
god.
other notes.
The ring on the front cover is the ring she wears. Have we discussed that? Did I just like
I
blow
think
that in
we
my
did.
memory?
Last episode.
We did.
Okay, that's what I thought. But then I just resaw it and said, wow, that's why that's there.
Nope. No, those were all the notes that I took. Yeah, that's it. Any other theories for what's to come? Hopes, dreams?
um, More info about the parents again. Still hoping.
Maybe we'll see their mom in the flesh.
Yeah. Or some kind of timeline with Genevieve's mom and Barrington. Because I don't think it was very clear.
No, that I really hope that's explained.
Or maybe that's book 3.
Well, I hope book 3 is Ellen or one of the siblings.
7.
'Cause that
It's
would
gonna
be
be
really
7.
interesting.
7!
I do like 7.
Yeah, I would read a
I'm
book
thinking,
called
I'm
7.
starting to like remember like who's who. 'Cause I remember that took a bit in the first first batch of chapters.
Yeah, I do feel like I'm finally getting them
Yeah.
started.
Poor Wells. He got out first.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Rip. More people definitely, I think, have to die in round 3 for me personally. We gotta make the stakes be higher. But yeah, I'm excited to see how this ends. I've still got high hopes that we're gonna bring it around. I'm very interested. So hopefully you guys will also wrap up Enchantra and then come back here and we'll see how it all ended together. But thanks for joining us for this section, and we will see you guys later. Bye.